Warm welcome, and it is almost 1:15 a.m. here in Toronto. Uh, Tonight's guest, actually, it's morning time in India, and I've got a fantastic guest connecting with me on Design Television, which is Chand Dhar. Welcome to
Thank
the
you.
studio and welcome to Toronto. How are you doing, sir?
Oh, I'm doing very well.
And
And
the audience of Toronto, definitely, we grew up watching your serials, and of course, Chand Darji is a voice-over artist for Morgan Freeman for well over now. It has been 25 years in Hollywood industry, and ironically, Mr. Dhar wanted to be more of voice-over artist instead of an actor in Bollywood and television commercials and series. Please
yeah,
introduce yourself. Welcome to Design Television.
yeah. My name is Chand Dhar, and I belong to Kashmir, but now settled in Mumbai for the last 45, 46 years. And well, um, I am an actor and voice actor too. These are two different things. One is actor, and the other one is voice actor. Voice actor is um, how to define it, that the people who do not dub themselves, so we make their character a little live.
So
That is
this is okay. So you have been a voiceover artist. What made you decide that you have to be this only? And we are talking not about this current time. It's like 25 years before this. And you have been doing this since 30, 35 years, ever since you have been in the industry.
almost all
Tell us about your journey, like what your journey. Let me tell you guys, he's called the Morgan Freeman of Kashmir. He is he when he you were born and brought up in Kashmir, if I'm not wrong, and
I was born in Kashmir, and then my journey basically started with a little programming in Kashmir when I was a child. So there
mhm.
was every Sunday they used to have a program on Radio Kashmir that was Bachchon ke liye program. So I
Okay.
started participating in that. Yeah, I think maybe I was around 6, 7 years old, and then it was kind of it gave me a flip to do something else also. Now something else was the theater. Then we started doing little small plays on the stage, and in the meantime, then the television center, the Doordarshan Kashmir, started. I mean, it just opened that time. I had just entered my college that time, and I was asked to come for the audition. Since they knew that people are there, who are basically associated with the radio, so they started calling these people for the audition. And uh, perhaps God was great. I was selected in my first audition only, and then the journey started. I started doing some programs in Doordarshan there. Besides some programs in radio, I basically did a sports program. I was assigned, and most of the time it was supposed to be live. Now live doing
In
a
those
program,
days, we are talking about like 30, 35 years
yeah, it not
ago.
35, it was around 72, 73.
Oh my God.
So you can calculate it's around 47,
48
48 years old.
years, roughly.
So, but yes, the plays which we did were recorded, not the live ones. Sports program, yes, I used to do it a little sometimes live, and it was a challenge to do that. And I, because I wasn't looking very good those days. I used to call myself a person with a shabby face. So they used to just give me programs because they thought that this guy carries the program without any problem and has little better voice to do it. So that's
Mm.
how they were just.
So
taking the.
technically, that is where your journey began from Kashmir Ministry of Broadcasting and Information, and that brought you. Is that what
Minister of
actually brought
Broadcasting was in Mumbai.
in Mumbai? Okay,
See,
for the
from there,
documentaries and all.
yeah, from Kashmir when I came to Mumbai, actually it was my granny, my nani. She
Mm-hmm.
was going to be operated upon here in Mumbai.
Mm-hmm.
So and it was winter, so I used to come out of Kashmir in winter. So one fine year when my granny was getting operated here, so I came to Mumbai. That was my first time when I came to Mumbai. It was 75. So I saw this place. It was very nice. I mean, one could just go to the college in the morning and work during day, and in the evening after working for the day, you can go for studies. You can there were night schools, night colleges that time. So I thought, let me give it a try. Let me do some voicing here and theater. That was basically my passion.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know where my destiny took me. So here it was when I started doing theater and voicing. I was told by one of my, I can't say friend, he is from Kashmir only, who were doing voicing and writing in films division. That is same Ministry of Broadcasting and Information
Mm-hmm.
Broadcasting. So they asked me, why don't you also appear for the audition there in films division? Okay, fine. So I went there and I appeared for the audition and I was selected. So I started doing my recordings over there as a commentary speaker.
So there is a little bit of technical difficulty, I believe. Well, it's okay. So when we are talking about your journey from Kashmir to Mumbai, what brought you to Hollywood?
No, it was. I can't get you. Can I come again because there was some problem with this audio. Hello. Can I come again for this?
Yes, there is a bad connection here.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I think so. There is definitely a bad connection here.
It's a crack.
Um,
There's a crack in this.
can you hear me?
Yeah, but with a crack.
Okay, give me a quick second here.
Yeah.
Is that better now?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So, what made you go to Hollywood? Like you were in Mumbai, you had no interest in television, you had no interest, you were a theater artist, stage was your passion, as I know, and you had no interest in movies. What
Yeah.
made you go to Hollywood movies,
Well,
voiceover, and do it
uh,
for bigger artists there? Like,
you see, I'll tell you.
what's the connection?
Yeah, when I was here in Mumbai, when I was doing my films division recordings, now you see, if one sees somebody's work, they will automatically suggest you something. "Arey, why don't you go there also?" So people came to know that this guy can do some work. So I was asked by this one production house called Sound Division. They asked me to come for an audition for Morgan Freeman. So I went there. They recorded my voice on Morgan Freeman, which was supposed to be a lip sync, and they sent it to Hollywood
Okay.
for, for the approval. So then they sent from the reply was yes, he is the voice for Morgan Freeman. So then after that, all movies, most of the movies, there was I think one movie which was requested from Hollywood people to get it dubbed by our great Shri Amitabh Bachchan.
Mhm.
But the rest of the movies were dubbed by me till now.
So while we are there, let's try to get some clips from your Hollywood movies and just take a little bit of glimpse out there.
और तुम ये सब मुझे क्यों दिखा रहे हो? जैक, मैं चाहता हूं तुम हमारे साथ जुड़ो. मेरे पहले मैन मिशन के पायलट बनोगे तुम. हाँ. मैं पायलट? मैं प्लेन नहीं उड़ा सकता एलेक्स, और मुझे लगता नहीं कि यहाँ कुछ भी ऐसा. जैक, यहाँ बहुत कुछ है देखने को मेरे दोस्त, और हम तभी देखेंगे जब तुम इसके लिए तैयार हो जाओ. ओह, डॉक्टर राइस
जी,
ये मेरा दोस्त जैक है. मुझे लगा इसे आपकी एक्टिविटीज में शामिल करना चाहिए.
आपसे मिलकर खुशी हुई मिस्टर एडम्स. हम चाहते थे आप आए. आप मेरे साथ आए प्लीज.
Well, that is, I believe, for Thaddeus Ross, which you gave, and it is an unreleased movie right now. It was supposed to be released in April 2020, I believe.
Actually, we have. I don't know how you got it because we
Black
haven't
Widow.
really. Yeah, we haven't dubbed it. We have only dubbed the trailer as yet.
Mm-hmm.
Main movies we were supposed to dub in first week of April
Mm-hmm.
and to be released on 30th of April. But unfortunately,
On that note, you are supposed to be, as I said before, uh, uh, the voice for actually the original voice. If ever Morgan Freeman was talking to us in Hindi, he
yeah,
sounded more like you. Let's take a quick look here, what he has to say when
yeah,
it comes to you.
yeah.
एलिस बॉयड रेडिंग, इन फाइल्स में लिखा है कि तुम्हें यहाँ 40 साल हो चुके हैं. तुम्हें लगता है तुम्हें सुधार आया है?
सुधार? वेल, मैं समझ नहीं पा रहा कि आप किस बारे में बात कर रहे हैं.
मेरा मतलब है कि आप वापस समाज में जाने के लिए तैयार.
मैं जानता हूं तुम क्या कहना चाहते हो बच्चे. मेरे लिए ये सिर्फ एक शब्द है, और ये इसलिए बनाया गया है ताकि तुम जैसे नौजवान सूट और टाई पहनकर नौकरी पा सकें. क्या जानना चाहते हो तुम कि आज मैं
When you are,
Well, it was again not me.
that was not you, but this is exactly what I'm trying to tell you here. When we give an Indian voice on Morgan Freeman,
Okay.
when you are dubbing, this is another artist. When you are dubbing, what kind of feeling do you get? Like, is it like you are trying to coordinate yourself mentally with the character?
You have to.
The reason why I'm showing you this on someone else's voice is because I want you to relate, because you almost got into the character. Is it like you already try to relate yourself with the character, the feel? And I know it is very difficult because it's entirely a switch from English to Hindi. How do you prepare yourself? How do you prepare yourself? That is
See,
the reason for showing the clip.
the how do we prepare ourselves is that first we see the movie, we see a scene, then we go through the lines, the script, and we match it. But while we match it, we get into that kind of a character. It's not just we say it and it's recorded. No, we match it. We tell the recordist, we tell the engineer,
Mhm.
please let me do some rehearsals. While doing the rehearsals, you get into the character, and then you know what kind of emotions, what kind of basically how it has to be done. What originally what the actor has done, we have to do exactly the same way.
Emoting the same way, whether
Yes,
it
of
is anger, expression, jealousy, hatred, you
course.
have to
Yes,
bring it out. I
yes,
believe this, Chanji, I believe that when I showed this clip to you on someone else's voice, you were trying to relate yourself, you know, with the voice and with the character as a third party, which you have been doing as on the Hollywood actors since 30 years, 35 years. When we are talking about this, do you ever feel that you won't be able to do justice to the kind of film that has been made out there, or is it like a piece of cake for you? Because it looks like it's a piece of cake for you.
well, not every time. See, when we start, the dubbing. Believe me, we are every time I feel, can I do it or not?
The
But
pressure is
then
there.
pressure is there. Yes, you have to. You see, you have to justify the character. You see, if I don't justify the character, tomorrow Morgan Freeman will tell me, "Hey, what the hell have you done?"
Exactly.
So you
Exactly.
have to, justify the character by your voice. It's
I
not only
believe
Morgan
I
Freeman.
believe when you are doing it, when you are saying your dialogues in and emoting your dialogues in Hindi, I'm so sure that when these Hollywood actors look at a dubbed version of their own movie, it
Yes.
should be that easy that they should be able to understand what exactly they had said in English version.
Yeah.
I think you have to match that level, which is as difficult as a stage,
Yes.
emotion.
Yes. Sometimes um, it's unbelievable. Just for one word saying, yeah, you take 20 takes,
Oh my God.
20 sometimes. But sometimes you have a very long passage. You just do it in a couple of takes. But you have to match that. Yeah, is that right one? The Hollywood actor, I mean, any actor had spoken like that. So you see, sometimes what happens is you have to give expressions in Hindi. So
Yes, I was about to come there.
yeah. So you have to. They'll say, "What? Kya?" Something like this.
So it's going on in your head in a repetitive mode, English and Hindi, English and Hindi.
Yes. Yes. So you
So your
have to
mind is constantly working and is in sync with your, tongue.
see when he has started the dialogue. The moment he starts, you also have to, it's all going in your mind. Okay, now at this particular time, now he has done like this, and now he is going to start. You have to start. Now there are, now the technique is different. Now even a word can be, put in a proper shape. But I mean, just think of those days when there were no machines, putting the words here and there and just
Exactly.
making
The
it a sync.
technology was so different. It's
Yeah,
it's as good as performing on stage without any retakes.
yeah. We have dubbed on the negative, that negative film. And if there are four characters, five characters in that scene, and we dub together, if one makes a mistake, the whole thing goes for a toss. Then again, all the people have to dub it again. So
Okay.
that kind of technique was that time. But now it's very, very easy for people to do it now. ऐसे अरे यार
Technology.
ठीक है एक यार just this word, punch this word, just one word can be punched. You don't have to do
Tell
the
me,
whole
is this true? Tell me, is this true that you never wanted to be a part of movies and they just happened and serials happen and commercial, television series happen to you? They just they just like you did it like okay, if it's there, I'll do it because you thought that you are made for only voiceover as a voiceover artist and a stage artist. You never wanted to do.
why the reason for being me, asking myself to keep myself away from the films and the television was that I don't know. Whenever I used to see myself in the mirror, I never thought that I'm meant for the screen because because I had seen the people on the screen are very handsome, very good looking, but I wasn't that good looking. Again, I wouldn't say good looking. I was bad. And so that's why I was. But I had proud about my voice. That okay, that I can do things with my voice. But it so happened in one of the serials, a friend of mine, he said, "Yeah, try it now. What is the problem? Chalo, karte hain." So I did a couple of episodes in that serial. Then another fellow asked me, "Yeah, aisa hai. There is he was a colleague of mine. He said, look here, there is a serial in which there is a Persian character. Persian character has to be done. And since I have seen you, you look like a Persian. So can you do it? Come, I have told them that I have got an actor with me. They said, why did you commit to them? How do I speak Persian? I said, you don't worry about that. I will teach you because your shoot is tomorrow. I'll give you the dialogues. You write
The
it in
shoot
your
is
whatever,
tomorrow, and he's going to teach you today. Okay.
and you write it in your whatever language you whether not to write in Hindi lipi or in English lipi or whatever, and you try to mug up the dialogues. I said, yeah, I mean, I can't. I mean, what you have put me in a soup, yeah, it's not right. Said, see, I have committed to them. Now you have to I mean, care of my, respect there with them. So I said, okay, okay, give me the lines. So he started reciting the lines, and I started writing it, and I mugged up. Next day, I went for the shoot. Mickey, it was, I don't know, I was thinking that I'm going to be now hanged, perhaps, because it
It was
was
like
not
an
easy.
examination.
It was not easy. So when I was asked to come to the sets there in the studio, I said, "Sir, आपका shot ready है, आइए." I went there. I was all these costumes and this like a Persian. I went, and the director tells me, "Hello, thanks for coming. We're really in trouble where from to get a Persian character, but I was told that you know Persian and everything."
Okay.
So so it was it was a shock to me. But I don't know. When I'm nervous, I give a better take. So I was so nervous, and when they started the action and role, I gave the dialogue, perhaps thinking that, okay, look here, man, you have to perform. Think about that guy who has recommended you there. Just perform. I I just gave the dialogues, the whole passage. It was a passage kind of a thing. And the moment the last words was done, the director he just shouted, "Cut!" So I wasn't very. I was little perplexed. I mean, was it that he liked the take or he didn't like the take?
Hmm.
He comes to me because it was a shot where I was sitting on the floor. So he comes to me, he holds my hand and picks me up. कहता है, यार कहाँ थे अब तक? Ah, that gave me a relief. So
It
what
was like
happened?
you're welcome. Welcome to
Yeah,
the industry.
and after that, I was offered another episode for being, I mean, in a as a Persian character in that. It was the serial was different stories of different forts of India.
Hmm.
So since it was supposed to be a docudrama, now making it little better. So they used to create a drama in the what happened in that fort. Who was the king? So they were just small you can say small plays happening in the serial.
Short stories kind.
Short stories, yeah, kind of.
Hmm. Hmm. So
So that
this
was
is like interesting.
that was the
So that
beginning.
was your television, right?
That was my television.
And then
And
how come you jumped to like Bollywood? Because you never wanted to do television series. You never wanted to do, they say what you don't want to do, the universe gives it back to you, saying that you have to do it. There's a difference
I,
between want to and have to.
I was since I was doing these serials, after this, then another serial, it was Chanakya. Chanakya was directed and written by a person who was in my college. We were supposed to be in college friends. So, but he's a quite intelligent person. He thought of doing this Chanakya. He wrote Chanakya, and once he came to my place, we had lunch together, and then he said कि यार तुम्हें इसमें एक रोल करना पड़ेगा. Since I knew that there are going to be horses and elephants and whatever, so since I had a better experience of riding a horse in Kashmir, so I said यार मैं घोड़े वाला रोल नहीं करूँगा. They said okay fine, I will give you a character. It's a little strong character, but you will have to chop off your hair. You will have to be a bald person. I said, okay, that is not a problem, but as long as the horses are not there, I'm fine. So we started shooting with that in that serial, and I liked the character I was playing. It really gave me a little flip. So, but I never discontinued my voicing. So after Chanakya, then another Anglo-Indian character was to be played by in a serial, and it was produced by a friend of mine. He said, "Yaar, mujhe Anglo-Indian chahiye, so you have to come to my serial." So I did that. The person who was directing that this Anglo-Indian serial, it was called Thodi Si Zameen, Thoda Sa Asma, something like that. But it never went on air because we made the pilots, but it never went on air. But the person who was directing that was already directing one serial, producing one serial called Campus. When he saw me, he said, "Why don't you do our serial?" I said, "Which serial?" He said, "We are doing Campus." Um, I said, "Let me see." And just a gap of 3-4 days, I got a call from them. He said, the production guy says, "सर ने आपसे बात की थी ना, तो आप ready हैं ना?"
Least did you realize that they are very serious.
Yeah. I said, "यार वो बताया तो था, but I don't know. Anyways, let me. Where are you shooting tomorrow?" So he gave me the location. I said, "I'll come and let me talk to the director, and then we'll see." So I went to the location, and it was supposed to be their second year of their telecast. So they had the in bungalows where they were shooting. So there was a big party happening. The cake was being cut, and I said, "Okay, you have come on a very right time. Please join us for this party." Then I spoke to the director. I said, "Yeah, I don't want to do it, but now since you're asking me to do it, I will do it. But provided you give me the smallest possible role." Yeah, yeah. This is a very small role. Don't worry. But you will have to chop off your hair, not bald, but very small hair. No, it should be not more than half an inch. I said, okay, that's fine. So I did. I started that, and the channel liked this character so much that they asked the writer and the director to increase my
Role.
role. So in certain episodes, it was a chunk of, I can say, from 130 to 140, 41. I was almost all the main character in the
You got
serial.
stuck there.
So I told director, I said, "Yeah, I had asked for a small role. What is this? What to do? Channel is liking the character, so we can't say no to them. So let's see. Don't worry." But then, you see, gradually what happened, I started enjoying because one after the other, I started getting offers. But it was me then whom should I say yes? And what the character is, what kind of serial it is, who is producing it, who is directing it. So then I started being little choosy. But again, I never gave up my voicing.
Which
And
was your
again,
passion?
that was See, that was my basically because I used to enjoy sitting in front of the mic and doing whatever. Because the reason for that is that it it didn't involve too much of time. Like in shooting, whole day you have to be there. But here it was not that. 1 hour, 2 hours maximum, and you are out. Because what happened is Surabhi happened in between. Surabhi started in 1991. It was on Doordarshan. It was a milestone in Doordarshan's history.
Exactly. At that 90s was the peak time for Doordarshan at that time,
Doordarshan.
due
That
to
time the
the
Surabhi,
live international national telecast. It used to be on national television.
the Surabhi did around 415 episodes.
And then you made a
So
comeback with a fantastic movie called Blackmail, I believe, by Shyam
yeah,
Bajaj.
I'll tell you about the movies now. So Surabhi was there. Uh, from Surabhi, I was since I had done around I can say around 410 episodes voiceover for Surabhi. In the meantime, I was called by the Star people, Star Channel, Star Plus.
Mhm.
So they asked me if I could be their channel voice. Because before that, before they started main Hindi programming, I was doing they had some small, 2 minute, 1 minute programs. They used to call it Indian snapshots. So they asked me to do the Hindi for them. I did it, then they requested if I could be the channel voice for them. I said, okay, fine. The reason for me saying yes to them was the channel was good. I was supposed to be the first Indian to be the channel voice of Star Plus in India. So that was the reason for me, and it was very nice people, very nice payment. So I had no option but to say yes. And in the meantime, while I was doing my Surabhi and other things stuff, I got a call from uh, a person uh, who was supposed to be the production head of one of my serials called Devi. From there, it was Ajay Devgan's office basically.
Mhm.
So they called me, sir, ऐसा एक फिल्म है. So I said, नहीं यार, फिल्म तो नहीं करूंगा यार अभी. तुम्हारा सीरियल किया बस वही काफी है. Uh, he said, नहीं नहीं कर लीजिए, because he was bent upon doing, I mean, me doing this role. It was with most of the time it was with Ajay Devgan. So finally, I said, "Yeah, I have a problem. I cannot. I have a problem. I cannot walk properly. Something has gone wrong with my, knees." And he said, "What?" Finally, to cut it short, they insisted so much that I had to say, "Okay, fine, I
So
will
that
do."
was your entry. That was the time when you started entering Bollywood.
Yeah,
So you
before
made it
no,
the
before
other way around. You made it the other way around, from Hollywood to television serials and then Bollywood. So
no,
that
it was
was
from
like
television. It was from television to Hollywood. It was
television
from
to Hollywood.
Hollywood to television to Bollywood and then
Mhm.
to Hollywood.
Okay. But you continued in Bollywood and you still are. What are your upcoming projects? I believe that you were telling the Black Widow.
Black Widow is a Hollywood. This where it's supposed to be dubbing. I don't know now when.
Mhm.
Now since lockdown is there and
Because of the
uh,
pandemic. Mhm.
pandemic because of that. So I really don't know. In fact, the other day I got a mail from these people, the production house, the Aradhana Studio, asking me to say yes because we are sending you a mail because the payment of my trailer has been not paid as yet. Because of that, they said, "Can you please say yes, and then we will just ask for the payment from the producers of Hollywood." So yes, I gave them the consent. Yes, it is me who has done this. Now let's say when.
So
But
if
they have
if I'm not wrong, yeah. So if I'm not wrong, you have right now currently. Are you still doing any television serials and commercials and any movies, or you are just giving more time to
no, right now, yes,
voicing?
I voicing is my main thing. Um, Now I have last movie I did was Bazaar, which was around 3 years back.
Mhm.
Now since I have got problem with my arthritis, so I do get offers. Can you? I mean, can you believe it?
You were
Every
telling
week,
me the other day, yes.
yeah,
And you
every
feel
week
bad refusing it. Yeah.
yeah, I feel so bad to refuse them. In fact, just day before yesterday, uh, I was asked, please, we are having a web series. So we would like you to be a part of our web series. I said, look here, I have stopped doing because I don't want you to be in a problem. In fact, the serials which at the later stage I did, I told them clearly that if you really insist that I should do it, then you have to adjust to my conditions. So some of them they really did it. In fact, there was a serial called POW, Bandi
Mm.
Yuddha Ke, which was directed by Nikhil Advani, the filmmaker. So he said, "Yeah, I need." He, it was my photograph was shown to him by his casting director. He said, "Yeah, get this man because he has that look of being a Pakistani, you know." I was supposed to be a doctor in Pakistan, and I'm supposed to be the doctor of a ISI chief, and
Okay.
we're basically family friends. But I'm supposed to be his doctor also. So that's how they got me. But I told them that, look here, I have got limitations. So don't worry. Tell him to come. Then whatever he wants, whichever way he wants things to be done, we will do it accordingly. And they did it. I was made so comfortable. I was made so comfortable. I can't describe you. They
So
never.
how's the situation now there when it is coming to pandemic? I know the shoot has started already and they are taking thorough precautions
Yeah,
when it
yeah,
comes to
yeah. See,
artists and
yeah,
actors.
they are taking precautions. But recently, what I heard is that there was some problem with a Marathi serial. Somebody was found a positive one, and then they had to stop the shoot. And
Mhm.
they're asking for
Yes,
the
that is,
timing.
this is, we are right now at a very vulnerable stage, and it is, you cannot say whether it is totally safe to shoot in this kind of given situation. Uh, when we got connected, I would like to tell this to our viewers here that you have been working behind the scenes. Uh, it's more of a social work and helping lots of uh, labor class people, especially, you know, ladies and gentlemen, he is donating from his pocket without telling anybody. If there is someone who would like to help some of the Indians out there in Mumbai who want to go back, of course, there are people, there is worker class who is migrating to Mumbai to work and look after their families, but they definitely want to go back. Please contact Chanji and he will guide you, or you can contact me. I'll take care of it so that I can connect with Chanji. And he is already doing a lot for COVID, which he wouldn't want to tell, but definitely he's doing it from his pocket. And it is really commendable.
I
Congratulations.
would
And it's really commendable. Not very many out there they do silently, and you're one of
thank,
them.
thank you so much, Mickey. But yes, I don't do it on a very large scale. But yes, whatever my capacity is, in that capacity, I do it because I also have been not working actively for last around, I can say, 6, 7 years now because of this arthritic problem.
Because of your problem, yes.
Yes, I feel good. Whatever small help I can do to someone, I feel good that day. And
And that
I
is,
try
I would definitely ask people in Toronto, and it's an appeal, and people in India, whoever is going through the program, to just contact either me or you so that we can, every little bit counts,
to,
helping them. Even if you're helping two people, it definitely counts. It adds to your karma. And it's not only about karma, it's like, it's more about taking care of those people out there who are totally helpless and who don't know where to go. But it's it. I would like to thank you so very much for being here at this hour. And I know you are quite busy. We had some connection problems initially, and it was pleasure talking to you. And hopefully we'll connect again, and we'll still stay in touch the way we are.
Yes,
And
we
when flights open, definitely I would love to visit you.
yeah. Thank you so much, Mickey. And I would like to tell my viewers that the best day of my life was when I got a call from my legendary actor called Dilip Kumar for doing his serial, which I had wished right from my childhood to get in touch with this
Oh
great
my
man.
God.
I got an opportunity to work with him for around 2.5 years. We were together. And the second surprise was to work with Rajesh Khanna. And third surprise was to work with Asha Parekh, and so on. And that were the beautiful days of my life. And besides Morgan Freeman, I have dubbed something around 150 Hollywood actors, mainly I can say Ian McKellen, Tom Lee Jones, Kevin Costner, and Donald Sutherland.
Can you
These were
name a
the
few movies? Can you name a few movies you have dubbed for? I would love
yes,
to watch in Hindi now.
Donald Sutherland is the name of the movie was Hunger Games. Hunger Games was the name of the movie. Ian McKellen, it was the Lord of the Rings,
Hmm.
and Kevin Costner, the Hidden Figures, uh, Jonathan Price, G.I. Joes, Tom Lee Jones,
Avengers, I
Jason
believe.
Bourne, Avengers, Thaddeus Ross, and so on. There are,
The
I
list
mean,
is
now
on and on. And
yeah, so
hopefully the list will double up. Basically, you are the Hindi encyclopedia of Hollywood.
I could say there are other people also, yes, but as far as I know myself, yes, I can tell
The
myself.
moment now, if I watch a trailer in Hindi, I'm going to connect to you. I mean, like for me, it will be like, come what may, it is him only because
Yeah,
it's so widespread. Your voice is so widespread.
yeah. But you can watch Surabhi, you can watch, I mean, then only you will come to know, yeah, this is the person who was there in Surabhi for 410 episodes. Yes, the journey is on. Let's hope it goes very smoothly.
Well, this is what you have loved doing. This is what you have loved doing always. I
Yes.
think you were born to give your voice to the rest of the world, across the world. The rest
Well,
of
I
the
would,
world belongs here, and it's across the world and over seven seas. And we are glad that you are able to connect Hollywood with the mother of all languages, Hindi.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
that is something which is something to be proud of, and I'm extremely proud. I'm extremely proud that there's somebody out there who is lending his voice to all those movies we grew up with. And they, let me tell you, they are not like, random movies. They are like classics now. They've gone down in history.
Thank
And
you
not
so much.
even movies, it's like more of actors also who have gone down in history. You have been lending your voice to. Chanji, it was I'm extremely proud of you, I should say. And your voice, as I we are talking, it definitely runs in my head that definitely you were made to lend your voice,
Thank you
and
so
you'll
much.
continue doing so. No, never ever give up on this one. But thank you so much for getting connected
My
to
pleasure
Toronto
too.
audience. And hopefully, would you like to give any message, especially what the whole world is going through right now, in this time? How to keep their calm, and any kind of message to the audience.
I would like to tell the people of the world that these are, yes, of course, the times are very hard, but every time has to pass. Sometimes it is faster, sometimes it is slower. Whatever it is, just face it with a smile on your face. In Hindi, we say, रात जितनी ही संगीन होगी, सुबह उतनी ही रंगीन होगी. It's a raat, which is a sangeen raat. But once this raat is over, you will find a very rangeen subah. It will be shining like anything. Yes, times are difficult. Just have patience. Don't lose your patience. I mean, people think, oh, what to do now? Let me commit a suicide. No, that is not. That is not the right thinking. Well, the person who commits suicide will die, but after that, his family will die every day a death. Think of them. Enjoy this time also. Take it as a sport, indoor sport. Bas. You will be happy.
Such a beautiful message. That's a beautiful message. And on that note, thank you very much for joining us at this
My
hour.
pleasure.
This is Micky from Toronto signing out.
Thank you so much, Mickey. And bless everyone.
Thank you.